tonight. The search for a woman who may have been kidnapped.
Denise Huskins is still missing.
The news of a middle-of-the-night abduction has the community of Vallejo, California in an uproar.
Who takes people for ransom these days? Just gives me the chills just thinking about it.
We're going to turn now to the desperate search for a California woman who police say was kidnapped for ransom, abducted from her Bay Area home.
While Denise Huskins is tied up in a bedroom in South Lake Tahoe, her parents, who live down in Huntington Beach, are in disbelief.
Why would a guy sneak in a place in the middle of the night and take her? I just don't understand that.
Police are saying the same thing. Denise's boyfriend, Aaron Quinn, is spending a lot of time down at police headquarters.
They've questioned her boyfriend. They're continuing to question her boyfriend.
We don't have all of the facts in yet, and that's what he's helping us do, to piece the puzzle together.
That's what they're saying in public. In private, though, Denise's father says Vallejo detectives are beginning to spin ominous theories about what really happened.
Something's wrong. We think that she's kidnapped, but maybe not.
Instead of chasing Denise's kidnappers, the police seem to be focusing on a suspect closer to home, Aaron.
And he said, we have her boyfriend, and he's given us a story that doesn't make sense to us. So we think there's something else going on here.
I understood that it was a fairly theatrical event, so I figured it would be some disbelief.
He figured right. Skeptical detectives have a hard time believing Aaron's account. Former FBI profiler and ABC News consultant Brad Garrett says kidnappings don't usually look like this because of the bizarre details.
The tape over the goggles, I mean, it almost sounds like somebody had a movie script and they were reading it.
Wetsuited intruders, swim goggles, sleeping potion, red tape, and motion detector cameras. Who ever heard of such a thing? An easier explanation comes to mind for police.
They weren't investigating a kidnapping. They were investigating a murder.
Police believe Aaron killed Denise and made up the kidnapping story to cover it up.
They took my clothes, they put me in prison clothes.
They treated you like a criminal?
Yeah, they kept me in a interrogation room with no windows, no clocks. They wouldn't let me see my family, interrogated me for 18 hours, called me a murderer, telling me you're not a bad guy, but you did a bad thing, and if you continue telling us this crazy story, we're gonna paint you as a cold calculator monster.
But another piece of this baffling disappearance is about to surface. Mysterious emails popping up at the San Francisco Chronicle. They're from the kidnapper, sent with attachments, a recording with a familiar voice. It sounds just like Denise.
My name's Denise Huskins, and I'm kidnapped. Otherwise, fine.
Then, 2 nights after she was taken, something unexpected. Drugging her again, Denise's captor puts her in a car. He starts driving. He announces he's going to set her free.
Did you believe he was actually letting you go?
The whole time I was like, you're gonna kill me, I know you are. And he's like, no, that's not the plan. At the same time, it's the same person who said this is a robbery and it was a kidnapping and I'm not gonna dehumanize you, but then he rapes me twice while recording it.
They drive all night. Later that morning, the captor keeps his word, releasing Denise Wednesday morning, 48 hours after she'd been taken.
Before he helped me out of the car, he said, you know, I wish we would have met under different circumstances. And I'm not gonna do this anymore. This isn't what I got in this for. I'm done.
She finds herself standing in the last place anyone would expect to find her, 400 miles away in Huntington Beach, California, her hometown.
And that was part of the story that people found hard to believe.
Right.
She sees a gardener and she asks to borrow a cell phone. She seemed calm, like nothing's wrong. She's not crying. She's not freaking out. I've been kidnapped. I'm Denise Huskins. She's not saying any of this. She just wants to borrow a cell phone.
For one thing, I was still heavily sedated, and in shock. I really couldn't believe that he was gone. And the only thing that I was thinking of was I want to see my mom and dad.
It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I had her back.
The new twist in what some call the real-life Gone Girl.
When the supposed victim turns up very much alive, police jumped to a new conclusion.
My wife, Amy Elliott Dunn, disappeared 3 days ago.
Keep in mind, the Ben Affleck psychological thriller Gone Girl had come out the year before. And now people were seeing parallels with the movie about a woman who fakes her own abduction and lets her husband take the fall.
Everything you've heard about my wife is a lie. She's a calculating, murderous psychopath.
It doesn't help that Denise resembles the actress who played the Gone Girl, Rosamund Pike.
The police's job is to collect evidence. It's not their job to interpret fiction.
The Vallejo police questioned things like the paltry ransom, which was never paid, and Denise's calm demeanor, and whoever heard of a kidnapper driving 400 miles as obliging as an Uber driver to drop their victim off just down the street from her mom's house.
We're confident that we're going to be able to piece together this puzzle and have a better picture of what really occurred, how it occurred, and when it occurred once we speak to Ms. Huskins.
But after talking with Vallejo police on the phone,
They were asking questions that you don't ask a victim, you ask a criminal.
The questions started becoming accusatory. And to her credit, she had a family member who had just passed the bar. And he advised her, as he was taught in law school, if you're a suspect, you ask for a lawyer.
So Denise decides to cut off communications until she can talk to one.
As of right now, we have not heard from Ms. Huskins, and we are no longer in contact with any of the family members.
Vallejo police have had it.
It's disappointing, it's disheartening.
My mouth was open. I just said, what? I was dumbstruck.